Have you been abused as a child sexually? This letter I received from somebody in Ireland is sad in that respect. The person wrote, I was abused as a child by a neighbor who babysat me. Men, who my parents invited into my home, were also allowed to touch and talk to me sexually. I love my parents, but I'm so disappointed. They can be very kind, but as caregivers to their children, they were very selfish and more concerned with lifestyle and social status. I want to let go. They insist I should, but I can't as I'm angry. I want an apology, but I doubt I'll get one. I'm thinking of going no contact with the parents, but I'm unsure. What should I do? It's a very sad story, and if the media will have its way, and I suspect it's true, an all too common one, not in modern times, I think down through the ages, sadly to say. So, one of life's greatest lessons is to accept those things that we can't change, including and especially other people. We can only deal with our own responses and only make the effort to change ourselves. I said it would be easy to suggest you forgive, but that would not be fair, I wrote. In the ancient teachings that include reincarnation, we can begin to see ourselves in the wider, broad spectrum of our evolution. Like the Christians say, there, but for the grace of God, go I. I'm not saying to condone your parents' conduct, or that of others, certainly, but what have we done in our past lives? I don't want to say that this person deserved being abused in this way, but the law of karma is the law of karma, and we just don't know what it is. Better to work on where I am now, to see the big picture of where others might be, where perhaps we have been, and to move on with our life. Her parents and these men are not all that different than you and me. We are all on this great journey, and we all have made many dumb decisions. And then if you get into the topic of human sexuality, you're talking something second only to self-preservation. We see it now on the media, and this Epstein fellow and these files, it's atrocious, but it's not new down through history. I don't want to get into this topic per se, but you know, these issues of sexual abuse are really run to the heart. You know, other delusions like intoxication and power and all that, those are outside ourselves. But like self-preservation, sexual impulses are hardwired within us. I think it's important for us to step back from these things. You know, there are abusers and there are the abused. In the area of violence, we have law enforcement and we have criminals. But it doesn't take a great deal of wisdom to see that the two are somewhat connected. Again, I don't wish to apologize or make excuses for anybody, but we're talking about a very deep impulse. And we need, in this day and age, I suggest, even if it's an unpopular thing to say, that we need some perspective on these terrible crimes and issues that have been with humanity since the beginning. I mean, Adam and Eve, my Lord, the first thing they did after they left the Garden of Eden was to know one another. So it's not forgiveness. I suggested in this letter, sure, it's wonderful to forgive, but at least start with, okay, you know, maybe we've all done some things. I need to move on. I need to become whole. I need to see these things as things that happen to people. Just like, well, cold and flu sounds a little too trivial, but lots of terrible things happen to people. And so it's not what happens, it's how we respond. This is the inner life of the Spirit, because the Spirit sees it all from the God's eye view, good and evil, and transcendence steps even above good and evil into the stillness of the Spirit. So our karma and the matrix of our karma and that of other people is infinitely complex. Let us step aside into meditation. Let us be still and know that we are safe, that we are pure, that we are untouched in our souls, eternal and blissful. And from that experience and perspective, so are others. And maybe in time, then, we can forgive even if we never forget.